I'm not even going to do a proper intro for this video because the team doesn't deserve it. This is another, I swear to God, every time I watch this national team, it's the same story, the same slop, the same garbage. I don't even know where to begin. I honestly don't even know where to begin. Mauricio Pochettino goes on a Spanish talk show podcast and essentially says, oh, it's not my fault if the USA doesn't win because I can't score for them, I can't defend for them. But what you can do is call up good players. And we already went through the terrible roster that was brought in. And are we really surprised? I can't be surprised. I can't be surprised at this result. And if you're a USA fan and you talked yourself into believing that this team would win this game, then you are fucking delusional. You are delusional, and you are just holding on to hope that ain't there. Because this team has no hope of accomplishing anything. 7 losses in this calendar year. 7. All of them are at home. 7 home losses in a calendar year for a national team is terrible. Let alone a team that's hosting a World Cup in less than 300 days. I don't even know what to say. I'm not really surprised. I'm angry. There's anger here. I'm angry because I want my teams that I support to win. But I can't say that I'm surprised at this result. You can't be. Every window, we try and play out of a high press with our back line and our goalkeeper. You are asking Max Arfston, Matt Freese, Tristan Blackman, Sebastian Berhalter, and Tyler Adams to play out of the back. None of those players. You have 5 players on your team that consists of defensive-minded players. Because I don't count Dest. Because he can actually dribble through pressure. But 5 players, none of them can break a press through dribbling or passing or being quick on the half turn. You don't have to be a rocket science to understand that. I don't fucking get it. What is the coaching staff evaluating? What are they looking at? It's fucking evident that these guys don't look at tape. I don't think Pochettino knows a fucking single thing about the national team or the federation. I really don't. I don't think that Pochettino sat down and watched tape. I don't think that he has. And that's crazy because that's the easiest job to do as a manager is to watch film and analyze tactics. Every match we're going out there in the same formation, 4-2-3-1, pass out of pressure, trying to pass out. How many times did we see Tim Ream get the ball on the edge of the 18 on the left flank, and he's sending a long driven pass to Timothy Weah, who can't trap the ball, and he's getting pressed, and then South Korea wins the ball back. You know who should be playing that way? Us. We should be doing that to other teams. It's so stupid. We should be doing that to other teams. We should be trapping South Korea in their own box and forcing them to pass out of pressure in bad spots. All you have to do. It's very simple. It's football tactics. It's not rocket science. If your team can't hold possession and can't break out of a high press, you send the ball long, and then guess what you do? You send a coordinated high press the other way and force the team to do what you're doing to them. It's so stupid. It's not right. I don't understand. I don't understand. And there's going to be people out there that are saying that there's an MLS quota. There's not a quota. Pochettino is clueless. He's picking these guys. Now, I'm not saying that there's not an MLS influence. There is a heavy influence because Don Garber is a major part of MLS soccer, and he's on the board of directors of U.S. soccer. And he's the head of MLS. So there's a clear conflict of interest there. So there is a heavy MLS influence, but there's no quota. I'll say this. If there is a quota, then we should not watch this team ever because it's the most corrupt system on the planet. Seriously. I would go through player ratings, but is there even a point? Is there even a point to go through player ratings? I don't even think that there is. I don't want to show effort for this team because this team is fucking lifeless. They're like a dead dog that's on the side of the road, that's homeless. You feel really sorry for it. but at the same time, you don't want to get near it and help it because it might have rabies. That's what this team is right now. It's a fucking joke, dude. It's a joke. Where does this team go from here? I don't know. I don't know where this team goes from here. You're 278 days away from a World Cup at home, and this is the performance that we get. Fucking hell. Terrible. I guess I'll go through the lineup. Matt Freese in goal. Didn't do anything wrong. Both of the goals weren't on him. The first goal was just Tristan Blackman being a bot because he sucks and he shouldn't be on this team. And it was just a great shot by Sonny. And then the second goal again, you have Tim Ream standing there like a bot, and then Tristan Blackman. Literally, you're a center back, dude. You're the last line of defense, and you're on the edge of the fucking 18, and you're letting them come in behind you, back heel goal. I'm not mad at Matt Freese. He did nothing wrong today. He actually had a good save at the end, too. Late header in around the 88th minute, something like that. Max Arston, you know how I feel about the guy. He blows. He sucks. He had a lot of giveaways. He had a really bad giveaway in like the 45th minute, like right before the first half ended. Trying to dribble inside and just lost the ball, and then he's a left back, and then he tracked all the way to the right back position. Like bro, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Seriously. Tim Ream, Blackman, shit. I mean, I guess Tim Ream was okay. He had a nice interception earlier on when it was like a 2v3 or something. But again, we know what Tim Ream is. He's an older guy. He's old. He's not going to be able to defend well against the elite talent of the world. Then Dest, I thought Dest was the best player on the pitch. Did I not say that he was going to be the best player on the pitch in my last video? He was the best player on the pitch. He was making things happen. He was dribbling through. He had a good run earlier on in like the 23rd minute. But again, when you're crossing into the middle of the Josh Sargent and you have Diego Luna as your 10, there's not really much you can do. So back line, shit. Midfield, Tyler Adams was not good today. Tyler Adams was bull in a china shop, trying to run around and cover as much ground as possible, but on the ball, he's just not good. He's not good. In order for Tyler Adams to be successful, you have to pair him in a double pivot with someone that can carry the ball. I wonder who on our roster and in our pool can do that. Johnny Cardoso and Tanner Tessman. I guess they're playing golf in Cancun right now because they're not on the roster, but I digress. Then his partner, Sebastian Berhalter, all that kid has is set pieces. He has nothing else. He's slow to get back. He doesn't progress the ball. He can't dribble. He doesn't have a shot. The kid is Kellen Acosta 2.0. He has a set piece. Great. Awesome. That's what we need on the national team. A guy that can just do set pieces. Let me say this. The name Berhalter should never be associated with the national team ever again. Period. Now we'll go to the attacking half of the field. Diego Luna was terrible today, guys. He was terrible. He was so indecisive. He had passed back Merchant. It looked like he had no confidence. I don't understand. But again, he's good against the minnows, but when you play him against a real team, what does he do? We know what he does. He did what he did against Turkey and Switzerland. Nothing. He's 20. He's not ready. He's not ready for the national team. Think the kid has potential, but he's just not ready. And I said that numerous times. And he's starting at the 10. Oh, by the way, I want to say something. The lineup that I predicted today was spot on besides one position, and that was Chris Richards and Tristan Blackman. Down to the positions. Well, Way was on the left wing. But still, down to the T. They played exactly how I said they would. And the exact problems I said would occur happened. I want you guys to know something. I am not that smart. I am pretty stupid. But if I can predict what this team can do, what do you think other national teams with smart minds in the sport think? It's so easy to game plan against this USA team. It's so easy because they come out every game the same way. They play the same style of football that they've been doing since 2022. Horseshoe, boring, stagnant, non-progressive Flat, lifeless football. That's what this country plays. That's what this team plays. How many fucking times did we see Arf still on the left, getting the ball pie with Timmy Weah. Timmy Weah recycles back. Recycle. There's no chemistry in this team. It's a waste. It's a waste of time. Anyway, back to the fucking players. Timothy Weah, not good. Not that good at all. One-dimensional speed. He got hurt. Hammy problem. Well, I'm so surprised that Timothy Weah got hurt again. Do you see my shocked face? I'm not surprised at all. I'm making myself look. It's a joke. This team's a joke. There's nothing else to say, but this team is a fucking joke. Flat, lifeless performance by Timothy Weah. I didn't see him do one action today that was good. Pulisic, hero ball. Pulisic's the best player on this team, but he did not have a good game. Bad set piece, bad shot. Lifeless. And again, he's on the ground. He's flopping like a fish. He's complaining. You're not in Italy, dude. You're going to get bumped. Stand up. Fuck. But I can't be mad at Pulisic when this is the team that's supposed to be helping him out. Maybe this is a punishment. That'll be funny. What if Pochettino goes in the press conference? Yeah, I know this team's shit. It was to punish Pulisic. Yeah, I'm kidding, obviously. Josh Sargent, it's his time. His time's up. And defenders of him will say that, oh, he's only had 200 some odd minutes, which I've said that point too, but it's over with him, man. Balogun came on in 20 minutes and was instantly more impactful. You can just see the quality difference. Balogun, that's what I said, can create on his own. And with this national team, and especially this roster, the striker's going to have to create chances by themselves because they're not going to get service. Sargent can't do that. He's a poacher. He can be aerial, and he can hold the ball up. But again, when you shove the box with guys, it's embarrassing. That's the starting 11. Again, Dest was the only one that performed well in this entire match. And I guess the only positive that I take is that he's healthy and that he's back. But my God, every window is the same. It's just a snore fest. I had to get some brewskis in me to feel something because I was so bored out of my mind. The team can't even lose and be entertaining when they lose. It's a joke. I guess we'll go to subs. Chris Richards had the best chance of the game for the U.S. in my opinion. He had the best chance of the game. He had an open header right in front of the box. When Chris Richards is gets your most threatening chance, then there's problems. There's problems with how everything is being ran, with the attack, with drawing up plays, fluidity. Chris Richards is getting your most potent opportunity. It's embarrassing. But I thought he played okay. I mean, he had a header. Didn't really see much wrong. Christian Roldan came on. Nothing really there. I'll tell you what, I'd rather him play than Berhalter at this point. I really would, just to see something different. And I don't think Christian Roldan's good at all either. He has 37 caps for the United States, and he only has 3 assists and no goals. So take that with what you will. Balogun came on, again, was instantly effective. He got robbed later on in the game. It would have been a consolation goal anyway. It was just unlucky, but you can clearly see the quality difference between him and Josh Sargent. And I've been saying this for a while, that Fuller Van Balogun is our most talented striker. He needs to be there in the World Cup because if this is the service that our strikers are going to be getting, you have to put someone in there that can create on themselves. And Balogun's our only striker that can create by himself. Pepe can't really do that, and neither can Sargent. So I'm trying to think. Zendejas came on. Zendejas I actually thought wasn't too bad, but again, a little quick cameo. I would love to see. We need to see Richards. We need to see Banks. We need to see Balogun. We need to see Zendejas. And I guess you'll throw Roldan in there for Berhalter. But other than that, there's not really much you can do with the roster because of who Pochettino called in. And again, there's no quota. There's no MLS quota. There's an MLS influence, but we're going to talk about Pochettino real quick. Pochettino's a fraud. Pochettino is actually really intelligent because he's basically robbing this country of $6 billion. He doesn't, at the end of the day, Pochettino doesn't give a hoot what happens to U.S. soccer or to the national team. He really doesn't care. And at the end of the day, it's sad to say this, if we perform poorly, his reputation is not going to be hindered. Because he's going to go to the media and say, well, it's the United States. They don't know how to play soccer. They're not a real footballing country. I mean, look at the crowds. Look at our players. We're not good enough. They need to make some changes. And then he's going to leave for a European club. So he's not going to take any of the guilt if we don't succeed. And the thing is, if we do succeed, he's going to take all the credit because he's going to say, look what I did with this program, with these players, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. Listen. At the time of the hiring, I thought Pochettino was a good choice because it was a flashy name and it was a way to invigorate some more hope and positivity into the national team after Berhalter got sacked. But I think it's evident now more than ever that you have to cut your losses with him. You have to fire him and you have to hire a different manager. Now, whatever manager that may be, I don't know. You'd probably have to go with someone in MLS. I think the best MLS manager right now would be Wilfred Nancy, just because of the way he approaches the game, and I think he's going to be committed. But again, Steven Cherundolo, Jim Curtin, Greg Berhalter, dare I fucking say it. So you either cut your losses now for the potential to get worse, or you stick with Pochettino and it just stays the way it has been, which has been worse than Greg Berhalter. But that just tells you that there's no plan with the Federation. There's no plan with U.S. Soccer. There was no roadmap of how to be successful. I mean, you see this with American sports franchises all the time. Teams have identity, and you want to stick to that identity and how you make certain decisions throughout your entire system, right? The United States men's national team's identity used to be hard-nosed, high aggression, smart tactics, and athleticism, and good defending. That's what made our team what we were. I mean, we never had the most competitive rosters. We never had the best talent, but we were compact and we were honest, and we defended well, and we always showed more effort. No matter who we played, we always came out there. We had a point to prove. With this generation, it doesn't seem like they have anything to prove, and they think that they are better than the national team. I mean, you see it in the decisions that these guys are making. Christian Pulisic took the summer off to play with his golf girlfriend. Yunus Musa took his summer off to do who knows what. I don't know. I don't even know what he was doing. There were roster decisions that were made that I don't agree with as well. But these guys don't... I think these guys care about the national team, but they don't have the national team as their number one priority. And there's no scenario where a serious national team has their best player where they are not his first priority. If you go to Argentina and you ask Messi to call in, and you call him into camp, guess what Messi's going to do? He's going to go into camp. He's not going to reject the call-up. You know what would happen if Messi rejected an Argentinian call-up? They would freak out. The media would freak out. He would get yelled at, and he'd lose a lot of his reputation. There's no pressure like that in the United States. Christian Pulisic can take a month break all he wants because he knows at the end of the day that no one in the United States, in the media at least, are going to pressure him. And he knows that he's not going to be punished with the national team because he's by far and away the best player on the national team. So the last question I'm going to ask is, why should we watch this national team? And in years past, I'm 22 years old. I've been watching this team since I was a freshman in high school. This generation of players. And this is the most hopeless and apathetic I felt towards the national team since 2017 when we failed to qualify for Russia. And it's so bad to where I don't even know if I want to watch the team on Tuesday. I don't know, because you know what's going to happen. If you are sitting there watching this video and you think you have a serious chance, or that we have a serious chance of beating Japan, you need to go to the loony bin. To be nice, you need to get checked mentally. The problems with this national team have been the problems with this national team ever since Greg Berhalter was in charge. And there seems to be no pivot point, no solutions. It's a mess, guys. It's a real mess, and I'm sad. I'm so upset because the 26 World Cup next summer is something that I want to cherish for the rest of my life, because it's being hosted in my country. Philadelphia, Lincoln Financial Field is less than 40 minutes away from me. I can drive there like that, and it's just an experience, and I want my national team to succeed. I think we can all agree that we want the national team to succeed. But, guys, the way that it is going now, I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of these shills, these guys that don't know what they're talking about players in the national team. When are we going to learn our lesson? Is essentially what I'm saying. When are we going to learn that this national team isn't good enough, that the manager doesn't care, that the federation itself is corrupt? Guys, the head of our league is on the board of our soccer federation. You know what that's called? Nepotism. It's called corruption. He makes decisions for U.S. soccer that will help the MLS, not the national team. It's embarrassing, dude. They only care about more money. Did you guys see the crowd today in that stadium in East Harrison, New Jersey? Did you see the crowd? It was all Korean fans. If I swear to God, if I hear Pulisic say in a post-match interview that the environment was bad and that the fans need to show up more, I'm gonna punch the fucking computer that I'm recording this on right now. I'm gonna punch a hole through it. I'm tired of him bitching about the fans not showing up. You know why we don't show up, Pulisic? Because we watch the same shit every window. It's garbage. I'm getting mad again. But I don't want to get mad, because why would I get mad over something when I know what the result's going to be? So I need to obviously lower my expectations, and you do too. I guess the only way this will change is if Pochettino gets fired, the federation picks its shit up together, they abolish pay-to-play, which will probably never happen, and they implement promotion relegation into the MLS. But again, those even if you make that decision today, you'll see the results of it 15, 20 years down the line. So even if you do make those changes, it's not an instant result that you're getting. It's a long, arduous process. And I love this sport, as you can fucking tell. I live and die by the sport. And it's a shame when the country that I want to bleed and die for is in such a bad tune. And I mean, I understand you want to support your team through thick and thin, but I can't support this team right now. How can I? They're not being honest with us. They're not being honest with themselves. And our federation is charging us $200 per ticket to watch this game, to watch this team. I feel bad for any USA fan that paid to watch that game, because the federation should refund you your money. That's what should happen. I think we're going to call it quits here. There's nothing more that I can really add that hasn't been said already. We'll be back Tuesday night, I guess. If you bet the house on Japan. That's what I'll leave this off at. Bet your life savings on Japan beating the United States on Tuesday. That's all I can really say. So take care, guys. Enjoy. I'll see you in the next video, and just pray for the national team. because we need all the prayers that we can get.